My name is Arnold Salah and welcome back to my channel. And guys, today I'll be doing a Kenyan trivia which is going to be popping and juicy, and I'll be inviting a friend over. His name is Christopher, and I'll be asking him different topics or what is his views according to the Kenyan culture and everything that goes around Kenya and all that shitty stuff. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Roll the clip. Guys, here we've come, and before even I get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel since we are 50 subscribers strong, and I'm really happy for that. And I also introduced my friend Christopher in the intro, and he's really happy to be here with me because I'll be asking him different questions, what he may think about different aspects in life, or mainly different aspects in the society and everything, and it's gonna be booming and banging. So Christopher, kindly introduce yourself and let my youth and fans on YouTube know you. So take that.
Hello Tyler gang, it's Christopher Njuguna here. You can follow me on Instagram at _ch.riss, and today we're going to do a boy tag in trial at Arnold's YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe. Thumbs up.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to ask Christopher about ways on parenting, or ways on how parents bring up their kids in Africa or in Kenya. Is it a really nice way, or is it a bad thing?
So in Kenya, like, parents don't really take notice of their kids when it comes to their talent and something like that. So like, you find out their kids about 12, 15 start acting, they start rapping, they just go to football, and it becomes a career to them. While in Kenya, it's not many parents who can decide to let their kids just do stuff like that. They want their kids to just go to school, go to the campus, just do reading and stuff like that, what people do to school. And you find that most of the people, when they're done studying, they just don't know what to give to the society.
And the big thing, like here in Kenya, and employment is very rapid. Like somebody can't get employment like fast, like boom, employment has come. So like in Kenya, you really have to struggle a lot of times to get there. And like if you're a young person, you really have to struggle a lot to get to a higher level, which it's
very hectic.
Yeah, and a lot of anxiety and depression has to be part of your life. So Christopher, the next question, the second question I'm going to ask Christopher is how Kenyan schools really learn. Is it really a platform where kids can really express how they feel, or it's just a bad thing, or so Christopher, take over.
So in Kenya, currently schools, the system that we learned, me being part of the system though, it was that for 844 system where you're supposed to like do mathematics, English, science,
all those subjects.
Then back in the schools, there's no like taking note of people's talents. Like now, people really earn from their talents, which it wasn't really recognized in our curriculums, where we are just forced, like, when you go to school, just go read and read and read, where you are forced to like read for long hours. We are forced to read a lot of things, maybe some of which maybe back in our careers we won't just use them. Like it's so hectic being in school in Kenya because of all that learning, where sometimes like you face a lot of things where you get to be bullied. Sometimes you don't even get to express yourself because of a lot of things out there.
Mainly that grows like everywhere, even in the United States, even in the UK, everywhere. Like bullying is everywhere, where also I normally had to undertake that. Christopher is my very good witness. I really had to undertake it, and I did it with a lot of courage. I really like, it wasn't like bad and it wasn't like good, but I really had to take it and like take it with a lot of courage, which has made me the person I am today, and that's why I'm so great and blessed. And the second thing that Christopher has really talked about is mainly kids in Kenya or in schools in Kenya, you get to like read for long hours, and like you don't utilize like time on what you're really talented on. You might get, maybe you're talented in singing, but you can't express it, maybe because you have fear, or maybe because you have a lot of reading to do that you really can't nurture your talents. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And the third question, growing in Mombasa different from Nairobi, because Christopher comes from Mombasa and I come from Nairobi. Those are two cities in Kenya, if you really didn't know. So I'm going to ask Christopher, what was it growing in, since like you have been in both cities and like you really understand how the things work and how the Swahilis behave and all that shit. So kindly explain.
So I'm finding it really hard in Nairobi because in growing in Mombasa, the life there is quite simple and quite slow. Well, in Nairobi, the life is quite hectic, and in Mombasa, the life is quite fun because most of the things, maybe the recreation facilities are free, where you need just like to go to the beach where it's free, just take strolls on the beach.
Yeah, I love the beach.
Yeah.
The beach.
Then there's the where you go about like eating and dining, where like Mombasa's got this variety of foods where you just go there, take kaimati, mapuyu, and all that stuff. Where in Nairobi, like you won't find places where it's sold like in Mombasa, where it's really sold frequently. Like you just find people out there just selling these things. While in Nairobi, like people aren't used that much to the spicy things, maybe, and even there's no a lot of like the things that are there in Mombasa. So that's basically like growing up in Mombasa. Later on, I'll explain how it is growing up in Nairobi.
Okay, growing up in Nairobi, I mainly grew up in the suburb areas where there was no much interactions. Because like if you go to the village, they have their own interactions. In Nairobi, mainly in the suburb areas, they have their own interactions. And mainly in Nairobi, we mainly try to adapt to the Western life. We don't have our own. We mainly adapt and copy what the Western culture is doing. The Americans, the English, the French, what they really do. So like we don't have our main cultures, and everything in Nairobi is totally expensive, especially like totally everything is just expensive. Yeah. This high cost of living and all that shit you really had to keep up with. And also in the streets, this congestion. Nairobi, like the popularity is like big than Mombasa, because Nairobi is where mainly people dwell and they live and they do all that shit, you know. So growing up in Nairobi was really fantastic to me. Yeah.
Growing up in Mombasa was also really good.
Yeah, so Nairobi, everything is expensive and everything you really have to pay. There's nothing for free in Nairobi.
Right.
Yeah, nothing is free. You really have to like sweat and like cough out that money and that paper. We don't have our own cultures that we can see that the Nairobi people behave like this and do this and do this. We mainly like copy different cultures because many people come from different backgrounds. Maybe this one came from US and this one comes from Mombasa and this one comes from certain place or Nakuru or this way. So like we come together and like we try and exchange our cultures. So like we just keep on like boring, copy this, copy that. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's basically all about the two cities I've just mentioned. Thank you guys, we've really come to an end to this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if it's your first time seeing this face and being on this channel. Make sure also to give this video a very, very big thumbs up, not very big thumbs up. And if you've finished subscribing and turning on post notifications, also comment down below I have subscribed and I'll introduce you to the family and I'll reply ASAP. So that's it for today, and also make sure to follow all our social media pages, which will be in the description down below. My Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat, they're all in the description down below. So with all that being said and done, peace guys.
I'm a boss hitter, I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga. I'm a wig splitter. I'm a tall figure. I'm a unforgiving, wild ass dog nigga. Something wrong with him, got him all bitter. I'm a bill printer, I'm a grave digger. Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have no time for no misunderstandings again.